What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about XDC today. Looking at XDC on the daily, we had this bearish divergence. It's playing out right now. We actually, since my last video, we are down we're down 8% on the day right now. We went down, had a closing day of 21%. Yesterday, 21.7%. We are well down below 30% from the high. And making our way lower. If you remember from yesterday, I was making the call that we would likely go around 4.5 to 6 cents, somewhere in there from bottom to top here. The reason I have that illustrated is because that's where the 382 is, which again, I'm not picking my nose, guys, but something's making my nose itch over here. I don't know what it is. But somewhere between the 382, which is at about 6 cents, to where this week's high is, which is also coincidentally right where the golden ratio is, the 618, which is right around 4.5 cents, 4.6 cents, somewhere in that area. So I've given it that range between this yellow line, the 382, and the 618 right here that I've illustrated with this white line. Not only is it the 618, not only is it a previous weekly high close, but it's a previous area we found support on. It's a previous area we found support on. So it's definitely a significant area. I'm sorry I keep itching my nose, but man, something over here, I don't know what it is making my nose itch. But looking at the weekly even, if we were to close this week red, which we have a day and 19 hours to do, if we saw another day today like we did yesterday, this week could close red. And if we did, we would have weekly bearish divergence as well, which would imply that we very well could go down to this area and maybe even slightly below it. I doubt that we go below 4 cents. I very much doubt that we go below 4 cents. But below 4.6 cents, I would give it a very strong likelihood right now. I would say we are less likely to hold the 6 cent area, though we could. We really could, and it's important to watch that. At the moment, you have lower lows while maintaining higher lows. That is hidden bullish divergence. That's actually a good thing. You want to get rid of that. You want to negate that. Take that out. Have a day that closes below 5.7 cents, 5.67 cents. If you have a day that closes below that white line, I would say already I'd give it a high likelihood that we go to this one around 4.5 cents. But if you close a day below that white line, very high likelihood that we go there. And maybe we go slightly above it, maybe we go slightly below it. It doesn't have to be exact, but that's the whole point. And being back to the whole point, I want to touch base on a comment that I received on my video yesterday. It wasn't really a nice comment, and that's okay. That's whatever. It's okay. This is the internet. People aren't always going to be nice. It wasn't really an insult, though, to a certain degree. He did call my video a joke yesterday. I was calling for the top here, and before I get started, I don't want to say that I was right. I called for the top here, and yes, I was right in a degree that we went down, but guys, I called the top over here too. I was saying that we were at the top over here, and then boom, we proceeded to go up. I didn't use the KuCoin chart back here. I was using the Bitfinex chart, and I wish I could have used this KuCoin chart, because looking at the shorter term time frames, I feel like it would have been more obvious that we were actually going higher. This 4-hour RSI looks nice. This candle right here would have been the deciding factor in my opinion. You got increasing volume, you got higher highs, higher lows. That should have been the signal that it was going up. The RSI looks very strong there too, but if I was using the Bitfinex chart, XDC USD on Bitfinex, it's got all these little gaps. I hate using stuff like this, and it's basically the same thing on a 4-hour basis, right? It looks the same, but I hate stuff like that, so I didn't really even give it any mind. But what I want to touch on is this guy commented, you don't, because I said, and I'll still say it right now even, that I don't know anything about XDC. I really don't. I've tried reading the white paper in on it, a little bit. I haven't really read it, though, to be completely fair. I just found out that XFIN and XDC are more or less the same thing. I just found that out today, right? And XDC is the mainnet for XFIN, I think. I don't know. See what I mean? Like, I really don't even know. And he said that you don't know anything about it. You said you don't know anything about it. This is basically just your opinion. This video is a joke. And the thing is you're right. I don't know anything about it. This is just my opinion. But the video where you're wrong is it's not a joke, man. You don't need to know the fundamentals of something to know technical analysis. I would bet money that whoever you are that commented that, you know a great deal more about the fundamentals of XDC than I do. But I would also stand to bet that you probably don't know as much about technical analysis as I do. This isn't a question of who knows more about what, but I'm just saying you can know all the fundamentals you want about anything. It's not going to get you anywhere when it comes to price analysis. Price analysis and fundamental analysis, totally different. They can be intertwined at times for certain things, sure, you know, comes out tomorrow that XDC is a scam and they've got a backdoor code that'll allow them to rug pull everybody's money. Okay, that would send it down, right? XDC gets adopted by Amazon. Elon Musk supports it. Donald Trump says he's using XDC in every single one of his golf courses to process transactions. Okay, that kind of stuff would make it go up. But the way that it works, man, they say, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. The way that it works is you don't promote those news stories and then the price goes up. I mean, like, to a certain degree, yes. But really what happens is that news story's been working in the works, right? Like, when you hear good news, do you think that that just happened that day? Or do you think that it's been something in the work for months, sometimes years, at least weeks, right? Before that price action starts, right? The news, whatever good news came out around here, the people that were writing the story knew about it down here. The people that were making the decision to even tell the writers about it, they were accumulating it down here. They're not going to tell you their plans whenever the price is high. They're going to do their work. They're going to scoop it up on the low and then announce the price. And that's the thing, man. Is like, you don't need to know the fundamentals of something to understand psychology. Okay? There is, let's say I gave you $100. Let's say I gave any of you $100. You gave me $100. We went to Vegas. We turned that $100 into $1,000. My question to you would be, are you going to bet bigger now that you have $1,000 from $100, or are you going to bet smaller? Would you bet smaller with just $100, or if you turn that $100 into $1,000, are you going to start betting bigger? Personally, if I had $100, I'd be making $5 bets, $10 bets, $20 bets at the most, right? If I have $1,000, especially if I went in with $1,000, I'd probably be making $20 to $50 bets, right? $10 bets even, right? Maybe even $5 bets. But if I turned 100 into 1,000 in a short amount of time, I'd be making $100 bets. I might throw a $500 bet down because screw it, I just made $1,000. Let's bet half of it, turn it into even more. You know what I mean? And what I'm trying to get to is, I don't need to know the fundamentals to know psychology. And that's not how everybody would act. That's just how us degenerates would act. That's just how most people would act. You get euphoric whenever you're making a lot of money in a short amount of time. And human beings do not make smart decisions when they're euphoric. Okay? Nothing moves in a straight line. You gotta have corrections. It's normal. Okay? It's totally normal. The more that you go up without having a correction, the bigger the correction's gonna be. There's a saying in the technical analysis world, and that's that anybody can make profits, but the professionals take profits. And you bet your sweet ass that the professionals are going to take their profits here. They're going to take their profits here, right? Maybe they took some profits here and they took even more profits up here, and then it's going to go lower. The people that FOMO'd up here, they bought all their bags, the people who are taking profits. Then it goes down here, they're going to FOMO sell to the exact same people that they bought from up here. That's just how it works, because we're emotional creatures. And I do not need to know the fundamentals of something in order to make an accurate call, or hopefully an accurate call on the price. You can know all the fundamentals you want, but if you don't know the technical analysis, you wouldn't have been able to see this bearish divergence. You wouldn't have been able to see the volume diverging along with this bearish divergence. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be able to see that we're overbought on the 4-hour, the daily, the weekly. You know what I mean? With a very big wick to the upside, mind you. You wouldn't be able to see that from top to bottom. Let's just see here. That, yeah, you topped off in a very casual, a very normal area, topping off between the 618 and the 69. This is a very classic range. That's why I have that white line there. Most people don't have the 69 on their stuff. I've just noticed throughout my experience trading that this is kind of an area that you top off. I've also noticed that you don't need to know the fundamentals of a project in order to make calls on the price, because it almost always acts the same. Every chart's different. Every chart has its own personality. It's like people. You got to get to know it. You get familiar with it and you kind of understand its patterns. But that's why, it's not hard to deduce that we will likely go and find support at an area where we found resistance before and we found support before. Beyond that, even if I don't have that, I can use my Fibonacci tool here and find that the golden ratio itself is literally right at that same area. Whenever you get lines that line up with that, it's not hard to deduce that information. So I don't know. I'm going back and forth here. All I really wanted to say, guys, is that this chart, the price is likely going to go around 4.5 cents, at least to 6 cents, but likely, in my opinion, lower than that. We could go lower than 4.5 cents. We could go to 4.7 cents and bottom out there. I don't know. I'll keep you guys in the loop with this thing. I will be watching it like a hawk. and keep you informed. Maybe we've bottomed out already. I don't think so, but the real way to negate that, if we do want to go down to the 4.5 cent area, would be get a day to close below 5.7 cents. If we do that, I'd very much think that the 4.5 cent mark to 4.2 cent mark, 420, is on, man. It's very much possible that it's on. And look at that. That 4.2 cents even is right here at this previous high. So we really could go lower than that. That's totally possible. It might scare people. Oh no, you went lower than these lows here. You took out all your lows. But really overall, on a weekly basis, you're just forming another higher low. So you're probably going to bounce off your 50 area on the RSI, or off of this previous area where you've topped several times before. So like around the 60 area, or like the 55 area. But I don't know. I don't need to know the fundamentals to gauge that. I just need to know price action, right? And that's the main point I'm trying to make. So, you know, whoever you are, whoever it was that commented that my video was a joke, I hope this one didn't piss you off. I'm really not trying to piss you off. I'm more trying to make a point, man, that you know, there's something to learn here, right? You don't need to know the fundamentals of something to know the price. You can know all the fundamentals you want, but that doesn't matter with price analysis. You could stand to gain learning technical analysis. And if I've pissed you off, maybe I'm not the guy for you, you know, and that's okay. There's a bunch of other guys. I can make some recommendation if you guys want to. For anybody that's not pissed off too, Crown's Crypto Cave. Into the Cryptoverse with Ben Cohen. I don't like Steve, man, but Steve with Crypto Crew University, don't fall for his scammy attitude, but he does good TA. He does good TA. Technical analysis with Mitch Ray. Alessio Rastani, he does some technical analysis too. There's a guy that you guys probably haven't heard of named Waves123. He's pretty good. Or is it Wave 618? I think it's Wave 618 actually. Wave 618, I'm pretty sure. But there's all kinds of people that do technical analysis besides just me. So if I leave a bad taste in your mouth, man, don't let that stop you from learning something that can help you make your financial life better, make you better financial decisions. Know all the fundamentals you want. Read about XDC, know it in and out, know it better than the developers itself. That's not going to help you with price decisions. If you want to buy it and hold it for the long term, go for it. Go for it. You know, you'll probably, with this coin, you will probably do well, honestly. But in the meantime, guys, all that to say, I think that we're going to go below 6 cents, probably around 4.5 cents. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I will see ya on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.